Hi everybody. So in this video we are going to continue solving the Feb March 2022 paper code 22. Okay, so paper 2. So here we go with the question number 2. Okay, fine. So here is the question. Ravi is a trader. He provides the following information. So some details about Ravi they have given us, and they have told us you need to prepare sales ledger control account. Okay, so the question belongs to sales control accounts chapter. Okay, that is the A question. Let us look at the B question. Okay, so the B question is state accounting principle. So it's from that accounting principle. The C part is from interested parties. Explain why the following interested parties wants to know the level of Ravi's trade receivable. Okay, so that is from the interested parties part. And the D part is advise Ravi whether he should employ a credit controller. Okay, fine. So what I'll do is first I'll show you that this question are from which chapters in the textbook. Okay, so here we go. Okay, here's the textbook, and what I've done is I've already marked for you. Okay, yeah, here. So that sales ledger control account, that 10 marks question belongs to this 16th chapter. Sales ledger control account is from that 16th chapter. Then accounting principle, we had a question that is from this 10th chapter. And the remaining that is that bank manager, credit controller and trade payable are from this 22nd chapter. Here I have mentioned that interested parties concept is from this chapter. So that question number 2 actually is from these 3 different topics. That is the control account, one is the control account, one is accounting rules, and the last one is from the analysis and interpretation. Okay, so now let us go back to the question and start solving the question. Okay, fine. So here we are on the paper. Let us start solving question number 2. Okay, before doing this sales ledger, I'll just show you the format for sales ledger control account. So it will be easier for us to solve this. I'll just go on the same textbook again and show you the format for sales ledger control account. So the control account is from 228. Quickly go through 228. One second. So this is what 34. Just go on 228. Sorry, I think so. We will have it. Yeah, here we have. I'll just show you the format. Okay, yeah. So this is the format for sales ledger control account. Okay, so basically sales ledger control account is nothing else but trade receivable. Sales ledger control account is nothing else but preparing trade receivable, the amount of money you are going to receive from your sales on credit. That is basically sales ledger control account. Okay, the name they have given is sales ledger control account, but it is also called as trade receivable. I'll just show you where it is. It is mentioned here. Yeah, this is also referred as trade receivable account. This is also referred as trade receivable account. So here the format is, let us go to the format. So the first entry is balance brought down, the amount of money you are supposed to receive in the beginning of the year from your trade receivables. That amount will come here. Okay, here. Next is the total sales you have done on credit. That amount will come here. Okay. If you have done sales, there may be some defects and your customer may return goods back to you. So that is termed as sales return. That amount will come on the credit side. If your customer is paying you money in cash or in bank, so it will come on the credit side. Here is cash and here is bank. If your customer has returned goods to you and you are refunding him the money back, okay, if you are refunding him the money back, it may come on this side, debit side. Okay, Now if a customer has given you a check and it goes dishonor, it bounces, so you put the entry on the debit side. Since if a customer is paying you, late above the credit limit you have given him, so you will charge interest to him. Okay, you need to pay along with your money some interest, so that interest will come on the debit side. Here it is. And in case if a customer is paying you early, before the time, so he will ask some discount from you. So if you are allowing a discount to a customer, it will come on this credit side. And if a customer is declared as bad debts and you are not able to receive money from him, then it will come on the credit side. So basically this is the format for sales ledger control account. These are the entries, and one more entry is there. That is the contra entry that is missing. Remaining everything is covered in this. Okay, I'll just show you where the contra entry is. Contra is basically if you are dealing with a party, you are selling goods and even you are buying goods from him. You are selling goods and even you are buying goods from him. In that case, if there is some amount pending between you, you need to cancel that amount. Not cancel in the sense, for example, if I am supposed to receive say 100 rupees from somebody and I am supposed to pay that same person 75 rupees, so I will deduct 175 and I will just take 25 for him. So that deduction is known as contra entry. So it normally comes on the credit side. Here it is. I'll just mention contra entry and it will come here. I'll just show you in the format where it is. They will be having here. Yeah, here it is. And if I show you, yeah, okay, yeah. Here is that contra entry. So that was the format, and this one entry was missing there. So if you put, then we get the contra entry. Okay, so that was sales ledger control account format. Now let us go on this sum and let us start the question. Okay, basically these control accounts, and you should know the format very well. So whenever you have time, see that you draw the format and you write the format. So once you are aware, or once you are you know the format very well, then the question becomes very easy for you. You can solve it very fast. So whenever you have time, see that you draw the formats and you just keep on writing the format, so you know it very well. Okay, so let us start with the solving of question number 2. Ravi is a Ravi is a trader. He provides you the following information. So we'll just take the information which is required for sales, and those which are not required, we'll just put an X on there. So sales ledger control account debit balance, yes, this is required. Sales ledger account credit balance, yes, this is required. So total sales for the year, credit sales, cash sales we do not require. Okay, so cash sales will go in cash book. So only credit sales will be coming here and no cash sales. So this figure we don't require. Bank transfer from customer, yes, we require. Cash received from customer, yes. Return to customer, yes, we require. Bad debts we require. Contra entry we require. Discount allowed we require. Discount received we do not require. So basically in sales ledger you only have discount allowed. Okay, interest charge, yes, we require. Sales ledger control account closing balance also they have mentioned. Okay, fine. So let us start solving the question from the given data. So the year is 2021. Okay, I'll just go upstairs, make it a bit large. Yeah, so 2021, first we'll mention the year. Okay, month. Okay, so then you mention the month, both the side. Once you write the year and the month, then just you need to put on the dates. Okay, and once you keep on putting the dates, then it will be easy. Okay, so 1st February here balance is given. So balance brought down, debit balance is given as 12,510, and on the credit side also the balance is given, balance brought down, it is mentioned as 1245. Now why two balances are given? The debit balance means the total amount which you are supposed to receive from your customers. The debit balance means the total amount which you are supposed to receive from your customers on 1st Feb. and the credit balance means that amount which you need to pay to your customer. It may be some reason, maybe there was some defect and you have not repaid the amount, or refund you have not given back to your customer. Always note the debit amount will be a larger amount, and the credit one will be the smaller amount, because that belongs to the refund amount, and the debit amount means the amount which you are supposed to receive from your customers, what you have to take from your customer. Okay, so both the balance brought down I have done. Next is 31st January, directly they have mentioned total for the year credit sales $1,34,000. So sales will come on the debit side in sales ledger control account. Okay, so the date is on now it is January 31st. Sales, and the credit sales amount is 1,34,000. okay, only credit sales will come. Cash sales will not come in sales ledger control account. Next, it is given bank transfer received from a credit customer. So we have sold goods to them and now they are making payment to us. So when somebody is making payment, when you are receiving payment in the cash book, it will come on the debit side. So here it will come on the credit side. Okay, so bank transfer, so I will mention bank Jan 31st 96,250. okay, after that cash received from customers. So some customers are paying you cash and they are not transferred. Same entry on the credit side, Jan 31st received from customer 12,890. okay, now return from customers. When you have sold goods to them, it may be defective is there and they have returned goods back to you. So since sales I have mentioned on the debit side, sales return I will mention on the credit side. Here it is sales return, same, the date is 31st, and how much they have returned, return from credit customer 4,000. Irrecoverable bad debts. Bad debts are like these, this amount you won't be able to receive. The customer is not paying you, there is some problem and he is saying that I won't be able to pay you. So when you sold goods to him, you have mentioned it on the debit side. Since he is not able to pay you money, it is a loss for you, so you will mention it on the credit side. So here it is irrecoverable debts, 9,100, same, Jan 31st. okay, now there is a contra entry. I mentioned you what is a contra entry, that you are selling goods to a customer and even you are buying from that customer. You are selling goods and even you are buying goods. So whenever you are selling and buying with the same party, we will not pay him 100 and he will pay us again the balance amount. It is better we deduct the lower amount and directly pay or receive the difference. So the lower amount here they have mentioned is contra entry is 1677. So directly I will mention here on the credit side contra entry 1677. okay, now same. So I'll mention on the contra entry 1677 on the credit side. Automatically this amount will be deducted from the balance between him and me, and the remaining amounts either I will pay him or he will pay me. Okay, after contra entry you have discount allowed. Again on the credit side, discount allowed, what is the amount? 4643. fine, discount allowed is 4643. Now discount received you will not enter in sales ledger. Interest charge on overdue. okay, so interest charge comes on the debit side. We had seen in the format that interest is what you are taking extra from him because he has made a delay payment. So interest charge will come and the amount is 1104. okay, now closing balance they have mentioned. okay, so on 31st it is. So sales ledger control account debit balance we need to find out, and sales ledger control account credit balance is given. So what do you mean by this closing balance? Whenever closing balance is given, the wordings are opposite. So when they say that sales ledger control account debit balance it means balance on the credit side. Debit balance means balance on the credit side. So now this side balance CD is nil. Okay, now 0. I need to find the balance on the credit side. Debit balance means balance on the credit side. Okay, the wordings are like this. So I need to find out this. Now what will I do is simple. I will do the total of both the sides, write the greater amount, and then find out the difference. Okay, total. So I'll do the total of the debit side because I know the differences on the credit side. So that will be the greater one. So it is 12510 134,104. So the total is 147,614. Correct. 147,614. So this is the greater one. I will mention it on both sides. Now let me subtract the total of the credit side. Okay. So less 1245 96250 12890 890 4000 less 9100 less 1677 less 4643. So I've subtracted, the difference I've got as 17809. I'll just circle it. So I'll just write it again nicely. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So the discount amount was how much? The discount was 4643. And the difference I got is 17809. So this is finally the total amount what you will receive from your debtors. Okay, this is the closing amount what you are supposed to receive. So next month this will come on the debit side. Feb. So balance brought down 17809. So this is January, na? So it will be Feb 1st 2022. Okay, so here is the sales ledger control account. Okay, fine. Correct. Now let us go on the next question. Okay, here the question is, state the accounting principle which is being applied for irrecoverable debt. So there are some accounting principles. So one of the accounting principle which is applied for this logic is prudence. Okay, accounting principle of prudence. See question. Again on the accounting principle, always you will get one theory or one or two theory questions from accounting principle. So you see that you study those accounting principles very well. Okay, see question. Explain why the following interest parties would know the level of Ravi, why they want to know the level of Ravi's trade receivable. So okay, I showed you in the textbook. It is in the chapter number 22. Interested parties topic is there. Interested parties means what? Which are directly or indirectly related with my business. So they get affected due to my business activity. That is known as related interested parties. Okay, now for example, in a school, students are interested parties, teachers are interested parties, employees are interested parties. So those who are getting affected from the business are termed as interested parties. So here they have asked that as a bank manager, why the bank manager is interested in the trade receivable, that is sales ledger control account. Why he wants to see Ravi's sales ledger control account? Simple. A bank manager wants to know that he wants to know that is Ravi able to repay the loan back? If can he repay the interest? Should the bank manager give loan to Ravi? So these are certain things for which the bank manager is interested to look at Ravi's sales ledger control account. Okay, now I just mentioned to, okay, yeah. So it will influence his decision as to if the trade receivables are too high, then he will not give a loan to Ravi. So if trade receivables, that is sales ledger control account, are high, so he may not give a loan Also, if the sales ledger control account, that is trade receivables, are high, then Ravi may find it difficult to pay the interest back. He may not have adequate funds to repay, yeah. And interest and repayment of loan will also get affected. Okay, now, so these are the certain points where, as a bank manager, he will look into the trade receivable, and accordingly he will decide whether I should give loan or not. If I've given loan, he is able back to pay the interest or not. Okay. Now second, they have asked about trade payables, those who are supplying goods to me, those who are supplying goods to Ravi on credit, okay, are known as trade payables. Why are they interested in Ravi's trade receivable ledger? Okay, so but of course the only reason is they want to know that if trade receivables are too high, if trade receivables are too low, then Ravi would not be able to repay the trade payables. So if trade receivable is low, then the payment will be affected. So trade payables may not receive money from, okay, and and if trade receivables are too high, then the payment may be delayed. Okay, so any of the points, it is in that last chapter, chapter number 22, interested parties. Okay, now let us go on the D part. Last question. Ravi sends out a statement of account to credit customer and charges interest on overdues. Okay, so if anybody is delaying the payment, he charges interest. He is concerned about the loss caused by business irrecoverable, as he is facing certain problem that certain people are not paying him money back. He is considering to employ a part-time credit controller. Credit controller is the person who will take care of your credit. So whatever you are supposed to receive, he will find out, and he will go for the collection. He may remind them, something like that. And for a telephone, to credit customer by telephone and start legal actions on overdue account. So he is planning to appoint a controller. He will contact people and he will call them and tell them, your payment is pending, please pay the money. And if somebody is not paying, then he may go for a legal action, and that person will charge 6,800 per annum. He is going to charge 6,800 per annum. Now you have to advise Ravi whether he should employ a credit control or not. Now it is for 5 marks. So basically, to write this question, 2 points in favor of appointment, 2 points in against, and 1 recommendation. So this is how you cover your 5 marks. Okay, so let me talk about the favor points. So the favor point will be that what is the advantage of having a credit controller? So he will his bad debts will reduce, but of course, because that person will keep on contacting others and remind them, your payment is pending. So people like regularly, if you contact them for payment, you may receive the payment on time. So less bad debts. Second point we can go for, he will have working capital enough. So since he is having cash flow, he will not face problem of working capital. Now let me discuss 2 points of against. Okay, negative point. First point is, since he is charging, it may not necessary that after employing him he may receive. It may happen that customers will not pay. So not sure that the collection will improve. And second is, the salary to pay may increase his expense. Okay, and then 1 recommendation. Totally the recommendation depends upon you. Whether if you like, then you may mention yes, I agree, he should, and if you do not like, just justify that point, and if you like, you need to justify that point. Okay, so I think he should appoint, so I will write yes. If you think he should not appoint, you should mention no and a point to justify that, not from the points which you have given up, but something new. Okay, So this ends your question number